Hello and welcome. In this video, we will see how we can implement dependency injection in a console application. In the last video, we have seen how we can use appsettings.json in a console application. In this video, we will try to inject this I configuration in a different class using dependency injection. Okay, so to start using dependency injection in a console application, first you need to install a NuGet package. So let's go to dependencies, right click and select manage NuGet packages. Search for dependency injection. There will be one package, Microsoft.extensions.dependency injection. So click on that and install this one. Click on apply. So the package is installed in your project. Now get rid of this code. We don't want to print the message here. Okay. Now I have my configuration here, right? I want to inject this configuration object to my different classes. Okay. So for that, first we need to create a service collection. So let's create a service collection. So I have added a service collection and it is coming from the dependency injection package that we have just installed. Okay. Once we have the service collection, we can add services in this. So let's add service. I will add the singleton of my I configuration, right? And I will pass the configuration that we have built here. Now my service is ready. Now let's test it, how we can use this service in different classes using dependency injection. So let's create a class. I will call it my class. Okay. Let's make it public. And let's create a constructor using CTOR. Right. And here I need to inject my I configuration. So let's inject I configuration. So I have added I configuration in my constructor, and whatever configuration we will receive via dependency injection, that I am setting it to my private variable here of I configuration type. Okay. Once we have this I configuration, let's try to use it in one of the methods. So let me create a method. So this is my method print message. So let's read the configuration from the appsettings.json and print the message which is available here. And once we have data from here, just use console.writeLine and print the data on console window. Okay, so we are done with this class, right? So in our program.cs class, we have not injected my class service. So let's inject my class service also in our service collection. So I will say service collection dot add singleton, and this time I will add my class. Okay, because it is a concrete class, so we are passed it like this. Now our service collection is ready. Now let's try to invoke this particular method using a service provider. So let's create a service provider. To create a service provider, we will use the service collection and we will invoke build service provider method. Okay. Once we have a service provider, we can get services using this object. So I will say service provider dot get required service, and we want an instance of my class. So I will say my class like this, and I will store this object in variable of my class instance. If you notice here, the type of my class instance is of my class type. Now once we have this instance, we can just go ahead and simply invoke our method using dot annotation. I will say my class instance dot print message, and that's it. Now let's put a breakpoint here and run the program. You can notice our breakpoint is getting hit. So we have successfully invoked print message, and if you notice, we also have the configuration available here. If I continue from here, you will notice on the console window, we are getting our message. Hello world YouTube, and it is coming from our appsettings.json class. Okay guys, so let's just recap and see what we have done to implement dependency injection in a console application. First of all, we installed a package that is nothing but Microsoft.extension.dependency injection. Once we have this package, now we can start using service collection. So this service collection is coming from the dependency package. So we have created a service collection and we have added our iConfiguration object in our service collection as a singleton. And similarly, we have created one class, my class, and added that class also as our singleton right here. Once we have service collection ready, then we created a service provider using build service provider method. Once we have our service provider, we used get required service method to get the instance of my class, and on that instance we have just invoked print message. And let's visit the my class also. So in this class we have one private class field of iConfiguration type, and we are setting up this iConfiguration type using this constructor. So basically using dependency injection, the I configuration will be automatically passed and that configuration will be set here. Once we have received the configuration, we can use get section method and dot value property to get the data from appsettings.json. And finally, we have printed the data using console.writeLine method.